Let's start a new Gamba for first map. One-0 on paper is the big favorite here. Second highest player in the ELO ranking, right behind Happy. Against HawK, who is scratching at the top 25 at the moment. But like I said, the last time the two met in an online tournament was in July, and there was a 2-0 for HawK. But it was also a tournament that didn't matter that much, you could argue, which is oftentimes where 1-0 takes the liberty of... how to say? Takes the liberty of being not too concerned with winning, perhaps. It's an MK first, by the way. If you guys have been following the recent meta, this should not come as too much of a surprise, especially thanks to the insanely impressive play by HawK. We've been seeing a lot of MK first. If the map is good for it, it seems like MK first is just way better at the moment against Undead. On Northern Isles, MK can work really well because you can creep pretty reliably normally to get that level 3. Which is why I'm very surprised to see HawK not going for the Tuskar camp first. Because the Tuskars give you a ton of XP right away, instant level 2, and then level 3 is not too far off. Also, the big consumable can help the MK a lot. I gotta say, I'm not too sold on this MK creep route, but let's see. If he managed to get level 3 in a timely manner, then I shall take back my criticism. Expansion creep speed at around the same time. Footy in the main base, scouting things out. And 1-0 is willing to take this game into 2 base versus 2 base territory. Good items for the MK. Gloves, good for the bash. Circlet, good always. Lich with the same. HawK power building a tower right away. Wants to get that arcane up. The arcane seems to be very, very important nowadays. A 1 footy sent south to perhaps put damage on the Haunted. But finds the workforce quite resilient. 2 arcane towers. Wow, this looks like he's facing a Crypt Lord. Double arcane. Interesting. Alright, here comes the first wave of attack. This is normally where the human wants to pull militia from the main. Defending the towers would be very, very helpful. What's the target? The big prize is the Lich. Stormbolt surround can oftentimes win the game. Oh, but it's the MK who is actually the one ending up in a surround. Trying to fight out, but I think he's still locked in. He's going to have to TP. Gets 2 ghouls for it though, not the worst. But now the MK is going to be hurt and going to be having a tough time. 1 arcane tower is finished. The second one should also finish, I guess. Alright, very good now against the Skellies and against the Lich. But the human expansion has been delayed quite a bit. Fully dealt with down south. And the Haunted is coming up nice and quick. This looks like a good early game for 1-0, certainly. Both on level 2.7. Oh, the MK is one Nova away from GG. Needs to react quickly. Alright. HawK here already feeling the pressure rising. Gets the ghoul with the Stormbolt, but it was denied. And now the Lich only needs 1 kill for the level 3. There it is. HawK is trying to get up a shop. Desperately needs that healing. I think the sound is a bit too low, right? Alright, let's turn it up a bit. Boots and staff for the Lich. He's got great vision with the sentry ward up here. MK now finally healing. What's the lumber saying? HawK's lumber is looking good. He could start the tech soon, but the expansion only finished now at around 6 minutes. That's pretty late. Yeah, I think HawK is not as experienced yet with the Mountain King. But this is the strong point of the MK. You have level 2 Stormbolt, where you have a bunch of footies, and Boots, of course. This way you can easily snipe ghouls, one after the next. And getting a Lich kill gets you far ahead. And because Undeads always sell the TP nowadays, to have the additional gold, getting a Lich kill is possible. Not necessarily very likely, but it is something you can try to aim for, if the situation presents itself. Zero has a big tech lead, though. The easiest way for Undead to win this game, 2 base, is to build a Fiend army on tier 2, add a couple of statues, and on tier 3, add the 3rd hero, add Frenzy, get the Orb, get Destroyers, and then strike the human expansion. If the human isn't in position to defend, doesn't have the perfect defensive setup, you can win the game right there. And then it has a lead after the early game, like we see here. A Frenzy at timing can oftentimes be enough to win the game. MK doesn't have a TP here, by the way. That's a bit scary. Lich is progressing slowly. Gonna be level 4 here soon. Ooh, big mana. That's a nice item, especially for the DK. Who is, of course, the 2nd hero. We see tier 3 on the way. Slaughterhouse for 120 and ghoul upgrades. Getting to 1-1. And HawK is getting rifle upgrades. Oh, he's actually playing Inner Fire Rifles. Oh, wow. Okay. Inner Fire Rifles, in my opinion, a great strat if you're ahead. And can look pretty bad if you're behind. Oh, there we go. Lich level 4. Now we have a ton of mana. Some ghouls getting exchanged for it. MK is desperately waiting for the pally second. He's about to show up. Yeah. Most humans, of course, play Night Gyros. Night Gyros is a lot easier to micro than Inner Fire Rifles. And I would say also easier to play if you're behind and have the lower hero levels. But if the human triple hero gets high levels, big army with good upgrades, and heal scrolls, then Inner Fire Rifles can be very good. But as you can tell, it has a lot of conditionals. Alright, couple of ghouls being taken out here and there. The big benefit of Inner Fire Rifles, of course, is you can start making them before tier 3. Dark Ranger third. Oh, and a nice steal here. MK now almost level 4. Would love to retrain against ghouls. But I'm not sure if he has the gold for it. Right now, HawK is focused on just building a big army. Tier 3, about to be ready. Here come the ghouls. The frenzy is... Wait, did he forget about frenzy? Oh my god, he forgot about frenzy. 1-0 forgets about the most important upgrade. Oh my god, now he's upgrading it. Lol. Insane mistake by 1-0. Going for the paladin though, and that is still a kill. Mountain King finds himself surrounded, has the invuln. The rifles plus militia are holding pretty well at the moment. And HawK holds and survives at the expansion. Blood Mage second coming. But of course the militia can easily be turned into mincemeat. And following that into skellies. Was that a shredder going down? No. Just got confused about the sound. Oh, but when the fights are this skirmishy and there's only a handful of units, the rifles really have a tough time getting the perfect connection, finding the kills. Of course, there's only a single human hero on the field at the moment, and the MK might not be with us much longer. Coil flies. Ooh, MK barely survives with one ghoul having a kill contract. Oh, MK is back, but not for much longer. With the Nova, the MK is executed, and I think that will be the end. GG is called, and 1-0 takes the 1-0. Solid play by 1-0. Nothing too fancy. I think the issue here for HawK was that his MK play didn't seem that effective. He got surrounded and then was hurt, and then he was hurt and level 2 only for a long, long time. Which made the MK way less effective than he should be. Normally you get level 3 fast, you get the boots, you get clarities, and you heal up, and then you are such a terror on the map. And I think much of that comes down to the creep route. I think the reason why MK is so good on Northern Isles is because you can go for the Tuskar camp right away to get that level 2 and to get the big item. Well, thank you, Kein Plan 51 with a hype chat. I actually can't see what it said, but thank you regardless. Alright, 1-0 takes the 1-0, which is not that big of a surprise. He came into this as the favorite, but now HawK has his losers map as the next pick. And that is Tidehunters. Tidehunters is normally a very good Archmage map, because when both players expand close to each other in the north, then the AM is really good at finding a window and cancelling the Undead expansion with water elementals, with footies, poking, maybe with boots. That is at least the theory. It is the Archmage this time. I think this hero still suits HawK better. I think he still needs more practice with the Mountain King and needs to figure out what the best creep routes are, what the best timings are. When it's right to be aggressive, when it's right to be passive, you know. Also the double Arcane Tower. Not so sure about that one, to be honest. Because, of course, this matchup is a lot about expansion timings and tech timings. I think that's the most important thing in this matchup in total. Expo timings and tech timings. And after that, hero levels. If both players expand, of course, that is. One0 has the choice to play one base here. Oh, he played DK. What the hell? Yo. I didn't figure that out at all until now. Really? And he's actually going to expand? In my opinion, DK is way worse in 2-base. Because the DK can deal with the footy pressure way less well. Lich level 3 with a level 2 Nova is insanely good against Footman. Whereas the DK level 3 is whatever. Sure, 1 or 2 coils against footies is nice, but he doesn't have the mana sustain at all that Lich would have. I haven't seen this in a while. DK Fast Expo. Very good deny. Important deny to get right here. And this DK play already is not looking too convincing in my eyes. He's gonna get the coil kill here. That's level 2. That's a big help. Circlet maybe? Nope. Alright, here comes the Haunted. 2 minutes for the Haunted to finish. So 1-0 right now wants to distract for 2 minutes with his Death Knight and Ghouls. You have coils to heal up the Ghouls. That helps. But of course no Nova. Nova here against the stacked peasants would be insane. But he doesn't have that. And what HawK doesn't have is lumber. He doesn't have lumber for the power build right now. This slows down the expansion a lot already. Alright, we keep count. How many peasants will fall here? So far it's 1. That is gonna be number 2 over there. AM's getting pressured, has to run away from the Death Knight. Alright, 3 peasants, starting to become painful. Oh, DK gets locked in the main base. Oh, HawK with a nice play. Can he save the farm? Save the farm. Oh, gets the kill. And that is almost level 3. Alright, HawK with a nice play here. His expansion is slowed down a lot though. And the DK can be Tavern Rest pretty easy. And the AM needs just one little bit more of experience to get level 3. Yeah, I like this that the humans nowadays leave a passage into the main base. I think walling off your base against Undead isn't the right play nowadays. Alright. Can HawK do something with a counterattack maybe? AM3 is strong. His items are not that strong. Tier 2 tech starts for 1-0. HawK can start his own though in just a moment. Alright, gets a ghoul kill here. Or at least a deny. There's also no Necro at the expansion, so getting Acolyte kills would be huge. But hard to get here. The Nerub, of course, is defending well as always. Little Ghoul Squad looking for kills. Easy surround there on the footy thanks to the Ensnare. That's valuable experience for the DK. Closer and closer to the level 3. Very surprised I didn't go for a Ritual Dagger earlier to heal up. That seems like a bit of a mistake. Ooh, nice save on the ghouls though. That's the second ghoul saved with very low HP. 1-0 is doing as much as he can here with his handful of ghouls and skellies. Oh, another save. Damn. Okay. That was a couple of sick saves. This ghoul though, I think shall be doomed. No way. No way! He also gets away. Okay, that was 4 ghouls saved with like 10 HP. Oh, and the Skelly coming for the block. No. With the boots, he could evade it. Oof. Nice defense here by 1-0. Just with a handful of ghouls and a level 2 DK. Playing around the creeps, playing around the ensnares. And this time we have a fiend-based army. Last time was mainly frenzy ghouls. HawK still has a handful of footmen. But they're gonna get weaker and weaker. And we don't have defend, so these fiends will be quite good indeed against them. Death Knight about to get level 3. HawK is towering up. Trying now to do some serious damage against the opponent. But the AM is hurt already. He can't get involved too much himself. With a DK about to level up. And there it is. Level 3 now unlocked. This makes life quite a bit more dangerous for the Archmage. Good saves on the Acolytes so far. None have gone down. And the footy attack seems mostly defended. 2 Acolytes, I think, die in the end. Not the end of the world. I like the early armor upgrades on 1-0. Many Undeads focus too much exclusively on attack upgrades for the Fiends, but also armor upgrades are very helpful. And Tier 3 is coming soon. This game could end very similarly to Map 1, where the Tier 3 timing could just put an end to all things. Oh, creepjack opportunity here for HawK. First time that a big play is enabled for him. Stormball on the Lich seems like a very weird choice. This is the hardest target of all to bring down. But he might still get it in the end. Heal potion could not be used. Perfect Stormball timing. And HawK finds a hero kill, a big one, on the Lich. Bit of a risk to go for that, but it worked out. And that is yet more ghoul kills also. It was a good exchange for HawK. He's waiting for the Tier 3 to finish. He does have a second barracks. Okay, that's good. Knights and Gyros. The age-old combo. Oh. Archmage. Ooh, taking a lot of damage here. Forced to TP. HawK gets a Fiend, though. That's not the worst, honestly. He can heal up now from the shop. And the Paladin is soon going to join, along with the rest of the Tier 3 upgrades. If HawK just has the time. If he just has the time to spend all of his gold, this game could look good for him. He's got the Orb of Fire, he's got the Staff. Pally on the way. Knights on the way. MK, ooh, far in front. Gets another ghoul. 1-0 creeping very greedily here in the face of the opponent, but it's also sensible because there's no knights and stuff just yet. One statue almost going down. That would be the biggest kill of all. Statue ensnared on the high ground. Destroyer form. Wait, there's no destroyer form. Loses the statue here to the creeps, thanks to HawK's interference. Alright, 1-0 seems like he doesn't want to try to break HawK here with the frenzy timing, but rather take all the creeps away from him and win this game later on with superior levels. DK now level 4. That's a good level up. The aura he found here was also very nice. And these fiends already have 3.5 armor. With frost armor, they have, what, 7.5 armor? That makes them quite difficult to bring down. And this is the big advantage of Lich second, by the way. If you play Lich first, you have to play Dark Ritual. But with Lich second, you can go frost armor, which makes the fiends way, way, way better against knights. And the coil here also comes in nicely. Supply lead for 1-0. Also his heroes at the moment looking better. Gets the last hit. Gets the item as well. Ring +5. Very nice for the DK in the front line. 1-0 seems to have quite the edge here. A-bomb starting to join. Fiend's about to be on 2-2 upgrades. 1-0. Playing this very well now. Gets the next big item. Big mana potion for him. Knights charge in against the fiends, but it's not that many knights really. It's only 3 of them. One has to be staffed out right away. Staff on cooldown. MK in trouble. Has an invo potion at least. But the undead force here seems to be way stronger than that of the human. I still think no fiend has gone down here. Earlier with the TP we saw one fiend falling, but now the MK might not be making it back home. Mountain King falls, and 1-0 taking a huge lead. Could fall back now, creep up the gold mine down there, and get a third base easy. HawK needs more levels. MK3, Pally 3. That's what he desperately lacks. Now we have the Lich on level 3, the Dark Ranger close to it. The DK is getting kind of close to level 5. Oh, HawK finds the timing though to go for an attack. Not against the enemy army, but against the economy. He can take out the Acolytes easily and force a TP. Oh, Staff is on cooldown still for a moment. Oh, the Archmage in a weird spot. A very vulnerable spot. Trying to go for the surround is 1-0. Paladin. Staff is there last second. That's more knights falling. Lots of damage from these fiends. Very well upgraded is this fiend army. HawK is trying to go for tanks. Create some space with them. If the MK has Clap level 2 and we have a ton of knights, maybe something will be possible. But the issue is just HawK has been behind for such a long time. He's got the right units. He's got the right strat. But 1-0 is too far ahead at the moment. Third attack upgrade coming now for the fiends. HawK is doing a pretty good job so far, spreading out the knights. Attacking multiple fiends at the same time, that's what you want to do. A-bombs could now soak up some damage, but HawK so far doing it really well. Not getting stuck on heroes, not getting stuck on A-bombs with his knights. But again, 1-0 just has such a big lead now. The tanks, of course, dead supply in this fight. Takes out a statue, but there's 2 more. 1-0 always seems to have backup for those. And it's one knight going down after the next. DK gets level 5. Oh my god, so many fiends. Very hurt. Could be more kills for HawK. Could be some level ups maybe soon. Oh my god, that coil comes in at the very last second. HawK is finding some kills, but it seems like he's always losing more. Level 2 Pally at long last, but the MK is still not 3. And the handful of tanks don't do much. Lich level 4. That is +4 intelligence, baby. Undead keeps pressing forward. Supply is now dead even, pretty much. Almost. But the hero levels are greatly in favor of the Chinese Undead. And the Knights seem to be getting picked off one by one. They have 3 armor upgrades, that's very nice. But of course against that we also have 3 attack upgrades on the Fiends. Oh, opportunity for the Lich kill. Finds him, surrounds him, and I think that's one's gone. Oh, TP transfer, oh my god. At the very last second. Millisecond there to save the Lich. As another Knight falls and HawK drops down to 57 supply. He's so damn close to finally being more fight ready. HawK has the triple staff. That's very good. MK's almost 3. But the Pally is still far away from his own level 3. Fiends being maxed out with 3/3 upgrades. HawK could do the same with the Knights. I wonder if some priests here would be nice for HawK. Bit of heal, bit of dispel, maybe inner fire. The way that Sok likes to play this, if he's in a better position than HawK here, of course, is have Knights and Gyros. And when you dominate the air, then go for priests. Then go for inner fire. But HawK was never really in a luxurious enough position in this game to do that. He's been playing from behind for a long, long while, and he's been holding on valiantly. But 1-0 hasn't given up the lead so far. Militia joining from the main base. The main gold mines are gonna expire fairly soon. One more Fiend falls, a bit more experience for the Pally, but he's still not 3, and he is very, very low on mana. Lichna can also, of course, eat the Skellies for more mana on his side. Oh, Coil for once misses, though. 1-0 kiting back. And we see the first destroyer of the game. HawK is making gyros already. Oh my god, we have so many statues, by the way. What the hell? Tons of statues. And now they're all getting morphed. HawK needs gyros ASAP. Problem for HawK is the gyros are not really upgraded, and the destroyers are extremely heavily upgraded. Trying to find a creep jack here, but the web was ready, the gyros are caught, and it's a lot of gyros. Fallen. 1-0 finally clears the natural, or rather, the third base. And could expand here next. In we go. If the gyros win the air fight, and HawK gets a ton of experience and level ups, maybe there is still a way. But the heroes need to survive, the Pally needs to survive, and he does survive for now. Gyro count still not that impressive. The Dark Ranger goes down in the front line. It's not a very essential hero though. 1-0 can keep fighting without the Dark Ranger. But he doesn't want to keep fighting here. He's going to TP out as HawK perhaps wins the first real fight of the game. He got 2 Fiends and the Dark Ranger, and he finally got level 3 Pally. Yeah, I'm not sure if going Destroyers here was the right call. Shouldn't you just add a few Banshees? Just a few Banshees for a bit of AMS and Curse could have been really good. 1-0's destroyer control has never been as good as Happy's. And all of a sudden, HawK now has the levels. Now has the army. He's got pretty good upgrades. Second attack upgrade now for the gyros coming. And HawK might be winning map 2 here. It's not over yet, of course. But I think it's looking better and better. Heal scroll, but the destroyers have no chance anymore. Destroyers are getting absolutely owned. That's a lot of experience for HawK. MK level 4, big level up there as well. Where's the coil to save the fiend? 1-0, sometimes a bit greedy with those. Waiting for the last possible second. Now the gyros, of course, dead supply. This is where gyro bombs could come into play. Oh, and the Holy Light. The level 2 Holy Light here is so strong. HawK is taking control. Stormbolt on the DK. There's a TP to get out. We'll need to pop that. But HawK is taking the lead. HawK is taking the lead. And 1-0 never bothered to get a third base. Yeah, two mistakes here by 1-0, I think, this game. First one, not securing the third base when you had clear map control. And the second one was not going Banshees. The destroyers here really backfired hard. And it's always a risk with destroyers, you know. 1-0 had tons of statues earlier, and then when you morph a lot of destroyers and you overwhelm the air units and then you dominate the air, that wins you the game. But if there's enough gyros to counter, and if the human wins the air fight, that means the human wins normally. One to zero never does Banshees. He rarely does Banshees. That's true. I have seen him play Banshees before, though. And I'm pretty sure it would have been the better choice this time. I mean, it's easy to say now. It's easy to say now that all the destroyers were killed, right? It's not hard to make that call in the game. DK finds the Unholy Aura. That is not a very fortunate find to get. And HawK with a third base is setting up his win condition. One to zero getting his own third, but that should be easily cancelled. I think one to zero just bought a... He just bought some items. He bought the Flute of Accuracy. I think he may have also bought some damage items from the Lich. The Lich is looking very strong now. This game's not over yet. Haunted. Cancelled. We also have a lot of ghouls joining in. Doesn't need those anymore for lumber. There is enough. Alright. Big battle. Gyros flying in from the back line. Gonna be taken out by the Fiend slowly. This is where I think both sides have to kind of A-click because the armies are so huge. Double level up. DK6, Dark Ranger level 5. Goes for Silence level 3. That has huge AoE. He's trying to hit MK and Pally. Double silence with that. And the Nova is also sick. Oh, perhaps I got a bit overeager. The Undead heroes here are insanely strong now. All at least on level 5. DK has the ultimate, by the way. DK could use the ultimate. There's not many corpses at the moment, though. Gyro's being taken out. Statue still in the back. Active. The Nova is doing tremendous damage. Lich at 22,000 damage. Number 1 damage dealer here among the heroes. Both drop to about 70 supply. HawK can't fight anymore. The level 3 silence is actually turning out to be pretty sick here. Priests would be so helpful to have. Oh, that's a lot of peasants dying. That is Undead ASMR. Great game here on map 2 between the two. 1-2-0's army is huge, though. Would love to see cannibalized, by the way. The naturals have run out of gold. 0 income at the moment. But 1-0 has his third base coming up now. But the night count doesn't seem to be there anymore. HawK had a smell of victory just to have it snatched away from him in the end, as it seems. Coil's now lining up nicely. Always finding the perfect moment to heal. The Knights are still very strong! Coil Nova. But the AM is saved last second from the Holy Light. Or is he saved? Yes, with the staff he is. The Knight count isn't there anymore though. And the MK alone and stranded. Mountain King. Next target for 120. Wants to punch the ticket into the upper bracket final. And with this, he does. The two heroes fall and this is the end. 120 had to fight hard. HawK put up a really good fight. But it's going to come to an end. HawK still has the supply lead, amazingly. But he doesn't have any heroes to fight with right now. Oh, the Knights can certainly go to work against these Acolytes. But there's a bunch of Acolytes. Ready to replace. Oh, the Dark Ranger might get caught here. But same goes for the Knights. Lich is level 6. Wait, I think he hasn't skilled it yet. And it's actually all Acolytes going down. Oh my god, oh my god. 120 doesn't have gold to make a new Acolyte. Are you kidding me? Could have definitely microed those Acolytes better. Bro. Oh, Archmage though! No healer in sight! He falls. Level 6 now on the Dark Ranger. 7, 6, 6 heroes for the Undead. The Knights were trying to do it alone. They seemingly almost did. Alright, HawK out of mining as well. AM back from the tavern. Selling some stuff. Needs to get the pally back. 120 could unsummon a ton of buildings. Wonder could just sell an item like the ring +5 and just make Acolytes. Dude, Wonder, what are you doing, bro? Alright, selling items now. The Knight might be taking out the expansion. Show the Knight! God damn it! Oh! He got it! Yeah, Wonder definitely could have prevented this. A lot of small mistakes by 120 here towards the very, very end. But he can still make more Acolytes. He can still unsummon a lot of stuff. He's not making Acolytes, though. The thing is, Dark Ranger's level 6. 120 could just camp at home, regen mana, and charm one Knight after the next. Oh, the pally just jumped out of the altar. There's so much mana on this Lich. There is endless mana on the Lich. HawK has to get a hero kill. There's no other way this is gonna work. He's got the staffs. Triple staff still available. Charm! There we go! Knight stolen. He does not have all the upgrades. But still, the knight changes sides. And the MK falls, and that should be it. Oh, Dark Ranger also goes down. Last Holy Light for the Archmage. One more Coil Nova. And that's gonna be it. DK comes around from the other side. Ooh, staff. Surround the Paladin. Divine Shield will only buy him a few seconds. But this is finally it. HawK called it GG in one of the best maps we have had here recently. Great game, great display by both our players here.